Hey there! Ever walked into a room and felt like people just didn't take you seriously? Or maybe you've been on a date where she seemed interested at first, but then suddenly, poof, the vibe just disappeared? Well, here's the kicker. It might not be them, it might be you. But don't worry, we're not here to roast you. We're here to help you spot the subtle ways you might be coming off as weak without even realizing it. And trust me, most men miss these signs completely. So, grab a seat and let's dive into the 7 subtle signs you're coming off as weak and how Stoicism can help you flip the script. Sign 1, you're always seeking approval. Let's kick things off with the first sign. You're always seeking approval. Now, wanting to be liked is natural. We all want to feel accepted. But if you're constantly looking for validation, like that guy who posts 10 selfies a day with captions like, "Do I look okay?" you're sending a message that you don't trust yourself. And guess what? If you don't trust yourself, why should anyone else? Here's a Stoic perspective. Your worth isn't determined by what others think of you. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a pizza. Some people love pineapple on pizza, and some people think it's a crime against humanity. Does that change the fact that you're still a pizza? Nope, you're delicious either way. So, how do you break this habit? Start by making decisions for yourself, not for others. If you want to wear that bright yellow shirt, wear it. If you want to take up knitting, go for it. The more you focus on what you want, the less you'll care about what others think. Remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being okay with being imperfect. And trust me, that's way more attractive than trying to please everyone. Sign 2, you can't handle criticism. Next up, you can't handle criticism. Ouch, right? But let's be honest, if someone gives you feedback and your first reaction is to get defensive or shut down, you're sending a message that you're fragile. And fragile isn't exactly a strong look. Here's a Stoic tip. Treat criticism like a buffet. Take what's useful, leave what's not, and don't throw a fit if the mashed potatoes are cold. For example, if your boss says, "Hey, this report could use some work," don't take it as a personal attack. Take it as a chance to improve. Remember, even diamonds are formed under pressure. Now, I'm not saying you should accept every piece of criticism as gospel. Some people just like to nitpick. But if you can learn to separate the constructive feedback from the noise, you'll come off as someone who's confident and open to growth. And that's a win-win. Sign 3. You're overly emotional in public. Let's talk about emotions. Look, it's okay to feel things. Stoicism isn't about being a robot. But if you're the guy who's always losing his cool over small stuff, like when the barista gets your coffee order wrong, you're giving off major "I can't handle life" vibes. Think of it this way. Life is like a video game. If you rage quit every time you lose a level, you're never going to beat the boss. Stoicism teaches us to pause, breathe, and respond instead of reacting. So next time someone cuts you off in traffic, don't honk like you're auditioning for a car alarm commercial. Just let it go. Here's a quick exercise. The next time you feel yourself getting worked up, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 years? If the answer is no, let it slide. You'll save yourself a lot of stress and you'll come off as someone who's calm and in control. And let's be real, calm is sexy. Sign 4, you're indecisive. Alright, sign number 4, you're indecisive. If every decision feels like a life or death situation, you're probably overthinking it. And guess what? Overthinking screams, "I'm not confident in my choices." Here's a simple Stoic principle. Make a decision, own it, and move on. It's like ordering at a restaurant. If you spend 20 minutes debating between the pasta and the steak, everyone at the table is going to lose their patience. Just pick one, and if it's not perfect, who cares? You'll live to eat another day. Indecision often comes from fear. Fear of making the wrong choice. Fear of what others will think, or fear of failure. But here's the thing. Not making a decision is still a decision. It's just a passive one. So, take charge. Even if you make a mistake, you'll learn from it. And that's how you grow. Sign 5. You're always the victim. Next up, you're always playing the victim. Look, bad things happen to all of us. But if every conversation starts with, "You won't believe what happened to me," you're giving off serious "life is happening to me" energy. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. So instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" try saying, "What can I learn from this?" It's like getting a flat tire. Sure, it sucks, but sitting on the side of the road crying about it won't fix the problem. Grab the jack and get to work. Playing the victim might get you sympathy in the short term, but it won't earn you respect. People are drawn to those who take responsibility for their lives. So the next time something goes wrong, ask yourself, what's in my control? And focus on that. You'll be amazed at how much stronger you'll feel. Sign 6. You're too nice. Wait, what? Being too nice is a bad thing? Well, yes and no. If you're the guy who never says no, who's always bending over backward to please everyone, you're not being nice, you're being a doormat. And let's be honest, nobody respects a doormat. Stoicism teaches us the importance of boundaries. Think of it like this. If you're a castle, your boundaries are the walls. You don't have to let everyone in just because they knocked. So, next time someone asks you to do something you don't want to do, try saying, "No, thanks." It's not rude, it's self-respect. Being kind is great, but not at the expense of your own well-being. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, set boundaries, stick to them, and watch how people start treating you with more respect. Sign 7. You're afraid of silence. Last but not least, you're afraid of silence. If you're the guy who can't stand awkward pauses and feels the need to fill every moment with chatter, you're giving off nervous energy. And nervous energy? Yeah, not exactly a strong vibe. Stoicism teaches us the power of silence. Sometimes, saying nothing says everything. Think of it like a movie. The best scenes aren't the ones with explosions and loud music. They're the quiet, intense moments that make you lean in. So, next time there's a pause in the conversation, don't panic, just let it breathe. Silence can be uncomfortable, but it's also powerful. It shows that you're confident enough to be still, to listen, and to think before you speak. And that's a skill that will serve you well in every area of life. So, there you have it, the 7 subtle signs. You're coming off as weak. But here's the good news. Now that you know what they are, you can start working on them. Remember, Stoicism isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware and taking small steps to improve every day. And hey, if you've recognized yourself in any of these signs, don't beat yourself up. We're all works in progress. The fact that you're here watching this video means you're already ahead of the game. So, go out there, stand tall, and show the world what you're made of. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to level up your life. Thanks for watching. And remember, strength isn't about being loud, it's about being solid. See you next time.